Nigeria has had her share of rare and courageous people. People who understand that courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Something like truth and the conviction that political power can only be about improving the lives of the people. One man who has personified courage in the arena of Nigeria's politics and governance is the former governor of Rivers State, Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi. From his 8 years as Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly and Chairman of the Nigerian Conference of Speakers to his emergence as the Governor of Rivers State, and through his 8 years of leading the social, political and infrastructural transformation of Rivers State, Rotimi Amaechi demonstrated sheer courage, audacity and political astuteness that stand him out as a man of the moment in our country's history. Amaechi's love for the people, his leadership dexterity and courage to stand resolutely for what he believes in began to manifest with his election into the Rivers State House of Assembly in 1999. His colleagues immediately saw in him the qualities of a dogged, trustworthy and selfless leader and elected him Speaker. For 8 years, Rotimi Amaechi held the office of Speaker with honor, presiding over the process of making laws to better the lives of the Rivers people. It was a turbulent period between 1999 and 2003. State houses of assembly were on the learning curve, with many speakers sleeping over the proverbial banana peel. But the Rivers State House of Assembly maintained an unusual stability and a cordial relationship with the executive under the leadership of Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi. For 8 years, this natural leader prepared himself for higher office, contesting and winning the governorship primaries of the PDP in 2007. However, some higher forces connived and denied him the ticket, and his mandate they gave to another. As a courageous man, firmly rooted in his belief in the rule of law, Amaechi's long and tortuous journey to reclaim his mandate began, and in the process, the general election held. But that did not stop the Supreme Court, which had the final say, from doing justice. Indeed, in the epochal words of Justice George Oguntade, who delivered the lead judgment of the Supreme Court, the only justice in the Amaechi case was to put him in Government House, and the rest is history, from which Nigeria's political and legal systems have benefited immensely. Once in Government House, Governor Amaechi quickly put aside the euphoria of his ascension to office and set about an unprecedented governance exploit that have today become a standard for state government across the country. Like the morning star, he shone brightly, pointing the way forward in so many areas of governance. He made the business of governance an unusual one and stripped it of the cloak of secrecy.
I visited him a couple of times in Port Harcourt, and it reminds me of my old days when I was a very young man in Port Harcourt. He jumps into the car and says, "Mr. Senate President, sir, come let me drive you one." No security, nobody. Late in the night, just to show me what he has done. How many governors today can move out of their own location without all the security available?
He brought dynamism and spontaneity to governance, doing away with all the red tapes and bottlenecks associated with governments. Governor Amaechi, a people's person, demonstrated true servant leadership by making the people an integral part of the decision-making process. He gave true meaning to democracy as a government of the people, by the people and for the people. The result of this unprecedented governance style is evident in the social and political transformation of Rivers State. In the areas of education and health, the state became a mecca of sorts.
Rivers State under Governor Rotimi Amaechi has experienced a revolutionary transformation in the areas of education, healthcare, road infrastructure, power generation, etc. In the history of Rivers State, no administration has demonstrated greater commitment to accountability, transparency, and public participation in governance. Despite the magnitude of the developmental challenges facing the state, Right Honorable Chibuike Amaechi has demonstrably shown that no developmental goal is impossible to achieve. Neither is any hurdle difficult to surmount.
I have seen primary schools of international standard. I have seen secondary schools of international standard. I have seen power plants of international standard. I have seen the money train of international standard like that of Dubai. I have seen roads of international standard. I have seen flyovers of international standard. I have seen programs. If I can continue till tomorrow morning.
Governor Amaechi is a blessing to Port Harcourt, to Rivers State, in terms of his achievement, in terms of his commitment, in terms of his patriotism. I think he's an icon.
Amaechi's physical infrastructure and urban renewal projects returned Port Harcourt to its garden city status and opened up other parts of the state. Amaechi's social programs restored peace, which had become elusive in Rivers State because of the activities of cultists and militants. They also rekindled the hope of the youth through quality education, youth empowerment, and manpower development. The enviable leadership qualities of Governor Chibuike Amaechi made him a shining example for all, especially his colleague governors, who unanimously chose him as chairman of their forum. Indeed, when it was time to take a stand in what the formidable politician and leader of Nigeria's ruling APC, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, describes as the common sense revolution, Rotimi Amaechi stood with the people, leading from the front. As the Director General of a campaign that rewrote Nigeria's political history by unseating an incumbent government, Rotimi Amaechi exuded a calm self-confidence unexpected of a man constantly under fire from Nigeria's presidency.
Governor Amaechi is not just a governor, in whom I'm well pleased, but one that has been able to make a bold impression about promise and performance in the Nigerian political space that is grappling with challenges of development and good governance. His conviction that the federated units in the country should be allowed to enjoy some level of independence and exploit their cooperative advantages often gets him into trouble. I do understand. I do not envy him with leaders who are brutally frank about issues and the politics of transition. Leaders who are driven by their convictions like Amaechi. Nigeria has still tremendous hope.
On reflection, it is safe to conclude that Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi has planted his bold steps in the sands of history, and in the annals of this democratic dispensation, he cannot be forgotten in a hurry. Nigerians will continue to refer to his tenure as governor as that of a man with many milestones. He was indeed a worker-friendly governor. Teachers will always recall the memorable days with him. The pupils, students, and downtrodden will not forget him in a hurry. And in the twilight of his administration, he resisted evil, fought for the survival of democracy, and along with like minds, enthroned change.
Amaechi, thank you because of your courage, because of your achievement, because of your strong determination to liberate Rivers from the shackles of oppression and mismanagement and misgovernance. Thank you for overcoming the primordial blackmail, all the threat and punishment available in the hand of oppressors. We thank you, Rotimi Amaechi, because without your courage, without your determination, without perseverance, without degree of honesty, and the confidence level you are, we will not witness today. You are no chicken, you are an eagle.
Can Rivers people forget so soon that Amaechi bequeathed to them a virile and transparent civil service? Or is it easy to forget that he promoted the rule of law and maintained excellent relations with the legislature, the media, and respect for the judiciary? Amaechi is one persona that should be celebrated because he changed the concept of governance in Rivers State. Right Honorable Chibuike Rotimi Amaechi, Rivers people and Nigerians, thank you.